Yeah, it's time for the morning protein shake. Hi, I'm Mark, and Subliteral Network is my channel. I do art and comics, and thank you for watching. Every week, I post art to my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter pages, and that's 5 days a week. And here is a roundup of the work that I've done over the week with a little more of an in-depth explanation about the work itself. If you like what you're seeing, please remember to hit like and subscribe, and come back every week for a new video. This was originally a line work piece of art done on halftone paper, but in Photoshop I've converted it into just a plain black and white line work so that I might digitally color it later. This character is called the Lady in Red. She was a Golden Age heroine, kind of a style of heroine then. Was there, she was like a rich heiress or something who had plenty of time and money at her disposal. And usually what they decided to do, or at least back in the 30s and the 40s, was to don evening wear, a domino mask, and carry around a pair of guns. And they weren't shy about shooting evildoers. And it was kind of a fun idea, and it was like a woman who could step out of her traditional role and do something completely unexpected and uninhibited. And it was that kind of comic book story is still pretty popular. Just the idea that you could step into another role in life and do things that were unexpected and that you couldn't do as a regular person. And that is the Lady in Red. This is a quick Sharpie sketch that I colored up in Sketchbook Pro, which I used to use a lot, but don't use a lot anymore. And these quick Sharpie sketches I did, a lot of times I did them on scrap paper or on just paper that I had found in packages and stuff. I just kept it around and would sketch something out on it in between doing other work. So I scanned it in, and I was testing out a lot of the really weird and strange brushes they used to have in Sketchbook Pro. I use Procreate a lot more now, and it's a much better painting program overall. But the limitations of Sketchbook Pro, which is actually still pretty good, made me get really inventive with just the kind of funky, wacky brushes they had. I had a lot of fun with the program. I still use it occasionally. It just doesn't make big enough files for what I need to do, but I found it just a very versatile little program. It was cheap. It was did a lot of different things. I never really hit too many limitations of it that made me decide I wanted to throw it away. One day I will give you my Painter review, and it's not as complimentary at all. Uh, Sketchbook Pro was better than Painter. This is a from a She-Hulk commission that I drew on halftone paper and sold on eBay. Converted it in Photoshop to line work, which I'll end up digitally coloring at some point. I wanted to draw her breaking out of these chains. There is no limit, it seems like, to the ideas I get when I'm drawing She-Hulk for some reason. I put her in just this suit that isn't, it's just a bunch of purple straps. It's not her regular costume, and she just has a hook holding the thing together. And she's breaking through these gigantic chains. And I have her breaking out of chains like that often. And I did a little different thing with the hair. You know, I make it pretty frizzy. It's still kind of pretty poofy, but it's not as frizzy as it was, and she always comes out looking a little different. When I posted this one online, I just posted a close-up of her face. Um, for some reason, I thought it kind of came out kind of cool, and it looks good on its own, but this is the full picture. This is a Space Girl sketch that I'm trying to populate my pages and my art with more of my original characters. So I'm just trying to work out the details of a space girl who's gonna show up in my art. On like my Patreon page, maybe I'll make like avatars out of her and stuff like that. What it's great to work with established characters because they're more recognizable, and when people see your art, it's nice for them to see something familiar. But at the same time, there are a lot of people who do want to see new art, stuff they haven't seen before. So I want to work on that to make more of that happen. So she's got like these lightning bolts color in her hair, and she's gonna have this gigantic gun, and she's gonna have like big giant boots, and as you can see, and I want her to look a certain way. She'll probably end up looking a little different than this, but most of the details are there.